Unit 4, Homework 5, column number 2. Number 1. John makes a map of his neighborhood for a presentation. The scale of his map is 1 inch equals 125 feet. How many feet do 4 inches represent on a map? So I wrote down the question kind of in shorter terms. 1 inch equals 125 feet, and we're looking for how much is 4 inches. So since our unit radius is already defined as 125 over 1, well, we can simply go ahead and multiply by 125 times 4. Okay, so that will give us 500 feet. Another option to do this is to set up a proportion using our unit radius. So for 1 inch equals 125 feet, well, how much would 4 inches equal? So inches over feet equals inches over feet. If you cross multiply and divide, you'll still get your 500 feet for your missing variable. Number 2, we're going to go ahead and solve this proportion. Even though that there's multiple terms in a numerator, we are still capable of doing this due to the distributive property. So we're going to cross multiply and divide here. You see that when we multiply 10 times n minus 8, we must use parentheses. Okay, it equals 21 because 7 times 3 is 21. Now we're going to go ahead and solve this equation. So first step is distribute, and then we're going to continue to solve. So we have 10n minus 80 equals 21. So we're going to add 80 on both sides. So 21 plus 80 is 101. We bring down our 10n, which is on the left-hand side. We divide by 10. So 101 divided by 10 is 10.1. Number 3 says a triangle has angle measurements 30 and 70. So what's the third angle's measurement? Okay, so we know that when we are adding up the angles inside of a triangle, in order for that triangle to actually exist, it must add up to 180. So A plus B plus C must equal 180. So we're going to go ahead and plug in 2 of the missing angles, so 30 plus 70, and then we're left with that one missing angle. So we see that combined 30 plus 70 equals 100, plus C equals 180. So we're going to subtract from 180 to find that C will equal 80. Number 4 says, what is the shape of the cross-section that is parallel? Parallel would be a horizontal line, so from left to right, or right to left, whichever way, to the base of a cube. So parallel would be this way. And if you open it up, if you open up your shape and you look inside, you'll see that it'll be C a square. Number 5 says, Jim is painting the inside of a circular helicopter pad. How many cans of paint would he need if the pad is 50 feet across and each can of paint covers about 200 feet squared? Okay, so you can see that I found diameter equals 50, and then your radius would equal 25 because your radius is half the diameter. So now I have enough information to plug in for the area formula. A equals pi r squared. So we have pi times the radius squared. Then we're going to multiply. We have 25 times 25, and then times 3.14, and the total answer would be 1,962.5 feet squared. Number 6 says, find the area of a circle if circumference equals 22 pi. So if the circumference equals 22 pi, and my circumference formula is pi times the diameter, that would leave that diameter would have to equal 22. When I have the diameter, I can find the radius by simply taking half of that, because the radius is half of the diameter. Now that I have the radius, I'm set to go to find my area. So the area formula is pi r squared, so 3.14 times 11 squared. 11 squared is 121. 121 times 3.14 will give us our final answer of 379.94 inches squared. Number 7 says, which angles are supplementary? You're looking for the 2 angles that add up to 180 degrees, and that would be angle ABC and angle DEF. Number 8 says, name the pair of complementary angles. We're looking for 2 angles that add up to 90 degrees. Okay, so that would be angle GNZ and angle ZNW.